Good morning, everyone. Does this look familiar? Well, if your answer is yes, then you're absolutely correct. More and more people are moving to Austin each day. Therefore, the traffic is inevitably going to get more and more congested. Okay, moving on. According to a Texas A&M research, traffic by 2035 is going to get so bad that commuters will be taking 2 to 3 hours to get home. Additionally, in data released by navigation tech company called TomTom in 2018, Austin ranked first in Texas for traffic congestion. It also ranked 14th in the US and 180th globally. Driving in traffic can be tricky because if you drive too close to the car in front, you get brake checked. However, if you drive too far, you get cut off by somebody. Rear-end collisions make up 29% of car accidents in the US. The longer a car is in stationary, it creates air pollution and is also a significant contributor to global warming through emission of carbon dioxide. City of Austin can address this issue because the traffic congestion is located here in Austin, not somewhere else like San Antonio. That's why I believe we can address this at a city level. Also, I'm sure when we tell people we hate traffic, we always say we hate Austin traffic and not something like Texas traffic. There's no one magic solution for this problem because there's always different flaws and loopholes in creating such solutions, such as building another lane on the highway as Houston already has. However, we can't possibly do that when there's not enough lands here in Austin. Or perhaps carpooling could be a good idea, but not many people would feel comfortable in doing so. Another great idea would be expanding the metro railroads, but that won't be completed until another decade. So what I have right here, this video doesn't really depict how traffic is in Austin, but it showcases someone who's not intelligent enough to realize what they are doing is completely wrong and selfish. The worst part here is the car just up and left, but hopefully the driver will get caught. Connecting my solution back to the previous video, since human beings are not as fast-witted as technology, why don't we incorporate more of that into creating traffic solutions? With the artificial intelligence system, it predicts real-time traffic and finds solutions in order to reroute and beat the traffic congestion. I'm not an engineer, but I will try to explain the system to the best of my abilities. I believe Hong Kong, which is the #1 most congested traffic city in the world, are already implementing this into their system, as well as South Korea and other major cities. The system is already predicting traffic conditions 15 minutes in advance with 89% accuracy compared to what happens in reality. How does the AI system work? They essentially take all the information from buses, cars, trains, and it all instantly feeds into the system in order to predict traffic in real time. Over time, the AI system picks up more and more data, so therefore, it can help become more precise and accurate with their prediction. There's also this app in China called Waze that the citizens can download, and it provides live recommendation in order to get to your destination faster. Waze runs on Apple's iOS and Google's Android. It also acts as a GPS for drivers. Where it differs is that it leverages users' data to help build an accurate real-time picture of traffic conditions. Like all things in life, the more data we have, the more we can figure things out. That also applies to having data on traffic congestion. There are also so many other benefits from the AI system. For example, instead of having someone manually control the light system, the smart cameras can pick up the type of vehicles and automatically control the lights from there, in which it can reduce the waiting time at an intersection. The other benefits is that it can also help get the EMS to its destination quicker, which is extremely helpful to the public safety. I believe it also reduces air pollution because it reduces the time a car is in stationary while waiting in traffic. How can this policy be implemented? Well, we can contact the Texas Transportation Commission and tell them about this plan, or we can get lots of people on board and have people sign a petition to get this going. I'm also aware that many people are working on ways to decrease traffic, so perhaps they will consider this idea. I can also contact the City Council and really expand this project so they can implement these ideas into reality. Also, this might seem like I'm reaching a bit, but if I had a degree in engineering business, I would have definitely tried to create an AI system of my own and try to sell it to the city of Austin so eventually both sides can benefit off of this ordeal. So if anyone has a degree in both of these, should definitely look into this. Moving on, I went onto this website, showed on the screen, and I dialed the number which is underlined in red, in which I got to speak to Stephen Barkley. He was essentially the front desk guy. He was very nice. He basically answers questions in regards to the traffic in Austin, and yeah. He works for the City of Austin in the Austin Transportation Department. He explained that they had a goal called Vision Zero in which they're trying to reduce traffic fatalities to zero, which seems like an impossible dream, but that's their end goal. That's why he said they're coming up with any solutions that would avoid putting citizens into dangerous situations. We then had about a 10-minute discussion, and he essentially said there were smart lights, but not to the extent I mentioned above. He also mentioned how they are still working on implementing better ideas by working in conjunction with other cities, such as Seattle, Atlanta, and New York, to see what they are doing. He also said that he gets lots of calls from other cities wanting to reach out and work with their engineers. We also discussed whether we should prohibit more bikers on the main roads, but however, he said motor vehicles wouldn't necessarily like that. That's why it's hard to come up with solutions because one person wants one thing and the other person wants something completely opposite. Lastly, Steven said he thought the AI system was a great idea because sometimes streets are closed but we don't even realize that. We also discussed how that it could reduce our traffic congestion because the app shows us in real time how to get around it. Additionally, it will definitely be handy in controlling the light system automatically as opposed to having someone do it manually. At the end of the day, I'm glad to know that behind the scenes there are actually lots of people who are working every day to try and reduce traffic, and hopefully one day it will become a reality. Okay, hope you guys enjoyed that. Please like and subscribe. We're breaking free.